Hey, what's up everyone? I'm Leno56 and welcome back to some more Stationeers on the Moon. So in the previous episode, we were working on the atmospherics room here, which we actually got quite a bit of it done. There's still a lot that we have to do, but we are close to getting it done. What I'm hoping to try to do today is getting everything hooked up, getting all of this turned on so we can start circulating our air and we can start separating and filtering out all of these gases here. So also while I'm thinking about it, we are going to actually hook the water up here how it's supposed to be. Yeah, that's the only thing I'm going to have issues with. There we go. Okay, and then what I'll probably have to do here is grab normal pipe, do something like this. Yep, I'm gonna have to get rid of that. Crap. There we go. Then we can do 1, 2, 3, 4. So I could do like 1, 2, 3. There we are. So then we can have a couple of long pipes as well there. Alright, so then essentially I can throw ice in here. It'll filter out the water, and then I believe it's nitrogen is the other thing that ice has. So it'll go into our filtration system and do all that. So while I'm thinking about it, let's get rid of you, because these are where the turbo pumps are going to go. And I guess we can put one right here. We can throw another turbo pump. Doesn't really matter. Put it right there, I suppose. Alright. So then I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need 6 turbo pumps, which we can grab those and make a couple of those. Let's see. I need gold, copper, steel, and electrum. I might have to make some more steel. Iron, copper, yeah. Let's see. Actually, I can make exactly 6, so that'll work perfectly. While I'm here, let's eat some food.
Hydration critical.
Yep, I will take care of that. There we are. I just ate the whole potato. Alright, so then we have 6 of these. Perfect. See, it doesn't really matter how I do this. Yeah, we'll just do it like this. Alright, so then we have the turbo pumps there. So that'll keep these going a little bit faster with the pressure differential. Nice, okay. I'll need all of the filters. Let's see, then the only issue I'm really going to have is with the long pipes here. So let's do, alright, let's get rid of my hydration warning first. There's that. How's our water doing? Water's doing okay for right now. Sort of. We're gonna have to go mine some more ice. Okay, so that's gonna be waste. That's gonna be oxygen, which the oxygen I can just hook up. So let's do something like that. There we go. And then this one is going to be waste. So we can do something like this and hook up our wasted. There we go. That actually works quite well. Okay, sweet. So waste, and then I need to hook up some wall coolers and wall heaters. I don't think I'm really going to need the wall heaters that much, but let's do 2 wall coolers. And then I need wall heaters. Perfect. And then our coolant is going to be nitrogen. There we are. So the wall heaters, we'll put one there, and then the coolers are going to go like this. Sweet. Okay, so let's grab this, and then I wanted nitrogen, so we'll do this one right here. Alright, that's the only issue I'm gonna have with this, or with where these lights are. Okay. Guess I could do something like this. Hey, good morning. Oh, crap. There we go. Yeah, so this is our nitrogen. This is going to be our coolant. Gosh dang it. There we are. There we go. I mean, I don't know how much I actually like this. This actually looks a little cleaner, so maybe we'll do the same thing over here with these pipes. Yeah, that actually looks a little bit better. So do something like that. That looks good there. So then, yeah, we'll have the waste pipe, and then we'll have our nitrogen pipe here. Perfect. So then that's all hooked up. Well, for the most part, I'll have to actually wire up everything, which means I need more copper and gold. As far as gold goes, I do need to go grab some more gold. So let's go out on a little quest to go get some gold. Alright. And then since we have our hardsuit jetpack, I can just literally fly over here quite a bit faster than using the rover. We still have 4,500 in there. So yeah, we had 5,000 ingots in here at one point. There we are. Alright, so we got the gold. Let's see if there's anyone else trader-wise. Interstellar excavators. I think those ones are new. Oh, that's a 5x5 though. Alright, you know what we're gonna do. We're gonna upgrade our that's a 3x3. Yeah, we're going to upgrade our landing pad. There we are. Alright, so I have gold. Copper is in here. Gosh dang it, wrong one. I need you guys to go in here. There we go. Perfect. Alright, so that'll make 2 stacks of heavy cable for us. Which means I'm gonna have to wait a little bit to hook all of this up. It should be fine. I guess in the meantime, what I can do is get some filters. So for filters, let's see what we need. I could do heavy filters. I usually go from right from 3, so I don't need to upgrade again. Yeah, I like things to be centered, so in most games that I end up playing, I always do stuff in like by odd numbers. Typically it's 5. That's why most of my rooms are like 5x5s or 3x5s or kind of weird like that. Steel, Invar, and Stellite. How much Stellite do I have? I have quite a bit, so I can make 38 filters. Let's see, I need 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. That's not terrible. Let's see, and then I need steel. So steel I don't have. So I'm gonna have to make some... Okay. So we have a bunch of coal in our rover, so let's go grab the coal, because I'm gonna have to make some more steel. Oh, we have a bunch of iron here too. Alright, we'll just do that. Okay, so let's do 1, 2, 3. See, that's not messing with the temperature, so that coal... okay. And exactly 450. Boom. That one's... So, that's hilarious. So, yeah, the deep miners are supposed to degas, like, the ores and stuff. But when you smelt them into ingots, apparently gas comes off of them. I still have a lot of ingots left. And that's dropping fast. That's dropping really fast. Alright, we're almost there. Come on. Gas isn't coming off, pressure is not increasing, they just cool it down. Which makes no sense. Like, if it was if it was degassed or whatever, like I should be able to throw it in there and it shouldn't affect the temperature at all. So I feel like that's a bug or something. Alright, well, we have 600 steel, so that should last us for quite a while, I'm hoping. So let's throw that in there and let's start making... Yeah, we're just going to make the heavy filters. So I need 2 of every... Well, I can just do 1 of each one to start with, I suppose. Alright, and we have some cable. So while we're waiting for these filters to get made, let's start putting this cable down. I also need to make this airlock too. So in the meantime, we're going to do this. So this main cable is going to come through like this. There we go. Alright, so there's one filter. So we have CO2. Alright, there we go. Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of cable here. Okay. And then we have nitrogen. And then these guys will just do this. There we go. Alright, so all of these, except for this one, are hooked up. Oh, I need more cable. Oops. There we go. So we have nitrous oxide, which we'll throw there. Are you done yet? Oh, last one. Okay, so I need to hook up this one really quick. There we go. Now, I don't really think I need to hook up the data port, but I'm going to. There we are. So I should be able to turn these on. Yep, perfect. Yeah, that's the only downside of this is this room's going to be really annoying. Alright, so we have oxygen, pollutant, and then we'll have volatiles. So then we have oxygen right there. So these These all have filters in them, so I need these two. And then I'm going to make another one for each one as well, so I have two filters in each of these filtration machines here. Sweet. I need to hook this one up too, don't I? There we go. Alright, so there's pollutant, and then I need volatiles. You didn't wire one of your turbo pumps. Did I miss one? I have this one wired, that one's wired, that one's wired. Nope, they're all wired. Yeah, nope, they're all oh, nope, yeah, they're all wired. Let's see, I don't need water. I mean, could use water, but I probably don't need water actually. So then we have pollutant and volatile. So we have the filters and everything. Everything's wired up, so I should just be able to. It was one on entrance. What, this guy right here? Yeah, they're gonna use a lot of electricity, but oh well. I should have enough, so I shouldn't have to worry about it. I I could use the normal volume pumps, but it just wouldn't have the obviously the same amount of pressure as these guys do, so then my stuff wouldn't get filtered quite as fast. Like I understand the reason for the change, but it was kind of nice to have these guys just be able to pump infinitely. That's okay though. So everything is wired, so let's get a bunch of fluorine. I need 26 things of fluorine here. Where's all my iron? I have iron. I have iron kind of everywhere. Let's see. Do I have copper? I have gold and copper in here too, so let's grab the gold and copper. We'll throw it in here. Alright, let's eject everything. So then we're going to do 26. So we have 20, and we'll have 6 on that one. We'll do fluorine. And actually, where's all the silver at? There. Nope, that's steel. I should have silver somewhere. Oh god, I have more iron in here too. Yeah, no, my silver, iron. I had a bunch of silver, so I'm not sure what happened to it unless I used it all, which is very possible. Alright. I do need to hook up all of these tanks as well, because I'm going to have displays and stuff in here. So the wiring is technically not done yet, but most of that should be fairly simple. You may use it all to make filters. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of wondering. Which is fine. I can always go get more silver. Except I'd have to go out and mine the silver, but that's okay. I could start exploring a little bit more and seeing if I can't find a region that has silver in it too. There was a crater I found that had a bunch of gold and silver. I can't remember exactly where that's at though. Okay, so this is looking pretty good in here. Now what I need to do is I need to hook the data ports up, which means I'm gonna have to. All right, so it's gonna be along those sides. Okay, sweet. Which means I need more heavy cable. So we are going to grab some copper and gold. You know what? We're just gonna do this. This will make 4 stacks of heavy cable for us, so that's going to take a minute, but that's okay. So in the meantime, let's grab our wire cutters, our heavy cable. There we go. I can just do that. Sweet, those ones are all hooked up. Now I just need to hook these guys up. It's a good thing I'm making more cable because I do not have enough here. Alright, so we're out of cable. I'm gonna have to make some displays as well. There's that, and then this one, we can do the same thing. Perfect. All right, so all of these tanks are hooked up now too. Ahoy there. Good morning. All right, so all of this should be hooked up. Yep, those are enough to turn on. So nice. Yeah, that's gonna take a minute. Let's see here. Console. There we go. Iron, gold, and copper. So, yeah, this is what we're gonna do. So I need 2 iron. So we need 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I need 14 of them. So if it's 2 iron per console, that'll be, let's see, well, that's 14, 28. Yeah, because we'll 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28. Yeah, 28. Sweet. Throw you in there. Consoles. So we'll do 14 consoles. So that'll take a minute. That's okay though. I'm also going to need gas displays as well. So gas display, which uses iron, gold, and copper. So I also need 14 more iron. so we'll just put you there for right now, and then we'll start hooking these consoles up. So these consoles, I'll probably just... I might actually have to put a wall in here so I can place these consoles. I could do something like this. Yeah, that can work. Alright, so there's the consoles. Now I need the gas displays. Which means I need a lot more copper. Okay, so I need 14, well, I need 13 now. Alright, we're just gonna do this. Yep, I will drink some water here in just a couple of minutes. Well, seconds actually, not minutes. There we go. There we are. And then I can color code those even too. That'll make it kind of fun. Up, I'm out of gold. Man, I wish you could stack these. Oh well. This is going to be a lot of back and forth. That's okay though. And then, yeah, we still have 15% hydration, so we're fine for right now still. Alright, only 6 more to go. Alright, there we are. So, all the gas displays are in there. So, that's good. Now I need just a bunch of glass, and then we're good to go. So, in the meantime, what we'll do is we'll just continue making more cable. Technically, if I just let this go, I'm going to have a crap ton of cable, but that's okay. I'm fine with that. So, now what we'll do is... I need more silicone. I need more silicone. Okay. You in there, you in there, you in there. Let's put you there. So I'm going to have to go out on a little trip here. Alright, so let's drink some water. I'm probably going to go out and... Yeah, I'm going to have to start expanding our pipe network out too, because then I can just start throwing water and ice in here and start filtering it into our system. Nice, that's going to be fun. Okay, well, in the meantime, I do have some silver on me. Alright, let's do this for a minute. Let's grab this. We'll disconnect you. We're going to take you outside so I can actually fill you with ice. There we go. What the frick? Oh. I should just be able to put it in here without... There we go. And let's put some more ice in here. Alright, well, in the meantime, what I can do is I can actually go out on our little 17. Let's do this. There we go. Alright, let's head over towards our... I don't really need to drive. I can just fly over there. Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to swap these batteries out really quick. I'll swap them back once we get back, but... Alright, so there's ice over here, so let's go grab this ice. Maybe in the ground. There we are. Okay. No, I think it did that because when I put the ice in the tank, it was in direct sunlight. And I forget I have the sensor lenses too. Alright, sweet. I need to find some silver. There's iron, there's coal, there's silicone, there's more ice. Which actually, we have a lot of ice already. Here, let's turn off the sensor lenses for right now. There's gold, there's more gold. There's gold over there. There's more gold over there. There's coal. Coal. There's a bunch of iron over here. That's silicone. Or silicon, or however you want to pronounce it. Oh, silver. Alright, so silver's AS. Silicon is just S. Okay. There we go. Air tank is low. Uh-oh. Alright, looks like there's quite a bit of silver here. Actually, if I remember correct, no, I think I smelted all the silver that we had, because I did mine a bunch of it. Oops, let's do this. I grabbed some silicone. That's fine, I can grab it too. Let's see, I think I grabbed all the silver that was here. Let's double check here really quick. Yep, I did. Alright. So I have a bunch of silver on me, so that's good. Okay, so now I need to find... Where's our,
Power low.
Where's our deep miners at? Uh-oh. Might have went too far. That's not good. Oh, I know where they're at. Hang on. They're this way more. And this should be right over here, if I remember right. Maybe. Oh, crap. Did I get lost again? Alright, well, we're gonna head home. Never mind, they're over here. Wow. So I did get a comment saying that I could always use the flattened terrain tool to like make a nice road. So I could do that. That actually might be easier than using a bunch of cladding. What I need to do, at least until I figure out how I want to do that, is I need to just put flags down. Let's see, we have 1, 0, and 0. I did grab a little bit of silicon. So let's just do this. There we are. I don't need... Well, I might actually need a little bit more copper. Let's see, how much copper do we have? 415. Yeah, we'll grab some copper too. There we are. Alright, now let's head out.
Hunger caution.
Yep, we will take care of that. And this jetpack really doesn't use fuel like crazy. It's actually kind of nice because then I can just fly around everywhere. And it is quite a bit faster than the rover too. But I do like the rover. It's kind of fun to drive that thing, even though it's really difficult sometimes. Alright, so there's our gold miner over there, and there's our base. Nice. Alright, so let's swap their batteries out again here really quick. Yes, I know, power critical. There we go. But we got everything that we needed, so heck yeah. Alright, so then while we're here, let's put the rest of this ice in here and we'll just let it do its thing. My power should go back up since we're close enough to the wireless charger over there. So that one's good. Let's put that in there and then we'll just wait for all of this to melt and go into the tank here, and then we'll go back inside. And then yeah, I do want to increase the landing pad. Which realistically, I think I know how I would end up doing that. Alright, you should be good to go. Yes, you are. Alright, we'll do 6 more. Let's see. There we go. Alright, let's drink some water. Don't forget to swap battery. Oh. $49. There we go. Heck yeah, we have 4 stacks of cable there. That's a lot of cable. Alright, so then my guy is a little bit low on oxygen, so let's swap this out. And power's low, but that's increasing. Actually, why is the power in the red? Oh, there it goes. Okay. That's so weird. I feel like at 25% is when it should start showing low power, not 50%, but oh well. Okay. Yeah, perfect. Sweet. Now what I need to do is, since I have all the silicone, I can make all the glass we need to hook all of these up. I need 14 things of glass, which is 28 silicone. Let's go around this way. Alright, that'll make all the glass for us. So let's do that. We're gonna throw all of you in here. There we go. And then what did I need the silver for? I can't remember what I needed the silver for. That's hilarious. There we go. So all of that is hooked up. Sweet. I do need to hook this airlock up as well. Let's see. I'm trying to remember what I needed the silver for. What was I doing that needed silver? I can't remember now. Gosh dang it. I know I needed it for something. Hmm. Oh well. So I need to hook all of these up and actually program them all. No, it wasn't for the filters because I was using steel, invar, and stellite for the filters. So I can't remember what I needed the silver for. It'll come back to me. In the meantime, let's start hooking all of these up. Alright, so these should all be hooked up. Alright, let's do these ones. There we go. Alright, so that's all hooked up. And now I need to program each one, but I'm going to do this first. I have to label all of these guys. Oxygen. Nitrogen. Nitrous oxide. Wow, there we go. And then we have carbon dioxide. Sweet. And then we'll just do water. Volatiles. And then pollutants. Gosh dang it. Alright, perfect. So I should be able to program these. Let's go and grab our data disk, which is going to be all the way over here. And I can probably turn a few of these lights off too. What I'll probably end up doing is putting a sensor in each room, so then when I'm not in the room, the power's not, or the lights aren't turned on, just to kind of conserve power. Like right now, everything's turned on, but that's fine. Okay, so let's do this. So we're gonna have pressure and temperature on each of these consoles. Oops. This one's going to be temperature. Sweet. And then we have nitrogen, which is that bottom one. And then temperature, nitrogen, done. And then this one is nitrous oxide. Temperature, done. Nice. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Carbon dioxide, temperature. Sweet. And then I kind of want to color code those as well. I think that'd be kind of fun. Alright, let's turn all of these ones on. So this one's going to be water. One, two, three, four, five, six. Water temperature. Volatiles. Volatiles temperature. Done. And then last but not least, we have pollutants. There we go. Okay, those are all programmed. So let's go put this data disk back in our locker here, which doesn't really matter where I put it, but nice. So technically this room is ready to turn on, because I could turn everything on and we should be good. And then I just have to start expanding our pipe network through the rest of our base, and then I'll probably just branch out corridors and then having specific rooms for everything. I don't know if I want to have everything quite as close together as I typically do in my bases, because I would kind of like to have some longer hallways and stuff too, with just glass on all sides, so we can kind of feel like we're, well, so we can kind of, you know, see everything. I think that'd be kind of fun. Okay, and then I also need to do walls and stuff on the outside of our atmospherics room. But in the meantime, since everything should be hooked up, let's get our ceiling on. So we'll have cladding on top. We'll have cladding up there. I need to hook up this room too. So in the meantime, let's see, where's all my iron at? Not in here. Well, that's fine. We'll just do this. I need 26 cladding. And I think what we're going to do is, let's do sensor. I need iron, so let's throw this iron in here. Let's make a couple of sensors. Silver for jewelry. Yep, I must have jewelry. Yeah, I can't remember what I needed the silver for. I'm sure it was important, though. Alright, and then, let's see. Let's just do one of those right there, and then we're going to do... We can just do one right there, too. That'll work. So, for instance... We'll just do that. Should have white paint. There you are. I do need a way of getting CO2 as well. Oh, I can't go that way. There we go. Alright, let's grab our last stack of cladding here. Beautiful. Our atmospherics room's looking quite nice. I love it. Alright, so let's do some programming here for a minute. We're we're going to pull this up and grab our laptop, put you there. Let's see, what do I have in here? Oh, this was for my suit. I already had that saved, so let's import, put you there, and we are going to, let's see here. Define lights. It's just going to be a normal wall light, so let's do this. Perfect, and then let's do room sensor D4. That should be all I really need. So then let's do light start. So we're gonna load. Ooh. Let's do yeah, we'll activate R3. We'll do this. You can label and then what you use generator to go back to where you were. Oh, that's true. Activate device is gonna be room sensor. So when the room sensor is active, then let's do lights on. Let's see here. Let's do I might have to switch that up a little bit, but that's okay. Oops, wrong one. I need the screwdriver. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, it was D4, right? Yeah. So this is going to be. Actually, let's go backwards. Nope, that did not work. Gosh dang it. I'm trying to remember how I did it last time. So, when it's active, I guess I could just do a normal greater than less than. I shouldn't have to do that though. You could have a main loop with gel coolant, provides pipe heaters, and you wouldn't use all the GR to go back to the main loop. Yeah, I'll have to check that out too. Yeah, we'll just do a normal. So, let's see here. It's less. Well, no, I shouldn't have to do this. See, I can't remember exactly how I did this. I wonder if I had one saved in here somewhere. No, that was just door control. I did not have a light control. Let's see, active room sensors. Yeah, so when that's active and the light's on, it could be the device hash. Because for our pipe heaters, Yeah, that should be fine. Yeah, because this should be active. Maybe I did the room sensor wrong. Nope, activate. So that was right. Yeah, so essentially when this is activated, these lights should turn on. I notice you do things like BLT solar angle 90 pipe heater on with corresponding branch too. Yeah, that's just it's like a general compare chip almost. There's another function I'm thinking of. I can't think of what it is right now though. Because I've done it in some of my other playthroughs. I can't remember what it was. But instead you could do SLT. True, I could do that. I wonder if I'm thinking of that one right there, the SLT one. I can't remember what I used. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look through this when I'm not actually streaming because there's a lot in here. Although it could be, because it should be a fairly simple one. Yeah, okay. Lights on. Register. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look at this. Probably off stream. That's okay. Yeah, so I'm not gonna do this right now. So yeah, I'm gonna look at that off stream. There's nothing wrong with your current code at all. For me, the IC10 is one of my favorite parts of the game, and so is those. Yeah, so I like that as well. It's kind of fun to just sit here and code, but yeah, basically mine is just more simple. Like compare units. Like I could use like the logic chips and stuff, but it does make it quite a bit funner to use. Yeah, for right now, I'm not going to worry about the lights. Once I figure out it's so I could do a general compare like code for the lights, but there's one in particular where literally I can just it's really simple and straightforward. I can't really remember what it is right now, and I don't want to spend the whole stream trying to figure it out. So what we are going to do is, let's see here. I could turn all of this on, but I do kind of want to make it to where they'll only turn on as I need them to turn on. Hmm. I'm trying to think how I want to do that. I guess what I could do, because typically what I used to do is I'd have a pipe analyzer like right here, and then once this pipe got to a certain pressure, all of our filtration units would turn on. Once the pressure got down, they would turn off again. So I could do something like that. But in the meantime, I think what we are going to do is let's hook all of this stuff up. There we go. So all of this is hooked up. So I should be able to. Then you're going to be inward. I do need another console actually. Well, do I need a console? I could write logic. I could put a gas sensor in here. No, yeah, we'll just do a console because I have an idea on how I want to do that. Let's do consoles. I just need the one. And then let's see here. I don't think it was any of these. Those are the cartridges. Door control, graph hash. It's been a minute since I've used it. Trying to remember here what it was. Was it mode control? Wasn't gas display. Let's see here. Let's do this. Let's see. Let's see. What does the mode control do? I wonder if it's that one. No, it's not that one. Yeah, there's circle, there's solar control, power control, mode control, graph display, door airlock, and air control. That's the one I'm thinking of. So for this one, we'll just put right here. I do need some glass. Let's see, let's grab silicon, which I'm almost completely, oh no, we have some right here. There we go, we'll just do that. I just need one thing of glass. Alright, so let's start labeling these. So this will be waste. And we'll do oxygen. Or I guess I could just do air in general, but we'll just do air. Sweet. So I'm gonna need a lot more air and stuff in here before this will actually start working how I need it to work, but I think it's Draught is what I typically do. Oh, I need a gas sensor too, don't I? Let's see. Does it matter where I put it? Just put it right there, I guess.
Hydration critical.
Sensor. The vent, outward bend. Then inward. Alright, I need water. Before I forget, let's do this. Ew, that's not good. Yeah, we're gonna have to increase our power quite a bit here for all of this to be running, but I just want to make sure that this is
Low
working.
pressure. Low pressure.
Let's see here. Well, everything's being filtered, so that's good. Oxygen, nitrogen, nitrous oxide. We have CO2 in here. We have pollutants. Heck yeah. So everything is being filtered. Stress is going. No, the stress is dropping. Yeah, so I don't have the plants planted right now. I might end up changing this a little bit because this is essentially just making it so the air will constantly keep flowing. Granted, it is kind of causing an issue, so what I might end up doing here, let's see, what do we have in here? I think I know how I want to do this. So instead of drop, we'll do pressure. There we go. So the good thing is that everything is being filtered properly. Yeah, I might take this offline here. I think I know how I want to do this because I'm gonna have to do an integrated chip and a housing in here. Because what I'll probably do is have this turn on once the pressure. Well, because this will pressurize everything to about 101 kPa. So maybe what I'll do is once the pressure reaches 101, the vent will turn on until it reaches a certain point, then it'll turn off to keep the air circulating. Yeah, maybe I'll do something like that. One thing I probably should do on the plus side, well, this is our nitrous oxide. All right, that stress is dropping. Yeah, I might have to throw a couple of pipe heaters on some of these to keep the temperature at bay. But the stress is dropping, so we should be fine. So I'm gonna have to keep an eye on a couple of these pipes here. This pipe is fine. I can actually hook some radiators up to this outside and actually super cool that pipe there. Alright, so yeah, we're out of oxygen. So what I'll probably have to do is go out and grab some more oxide and stuff. But everything is looking pretty good. Our pollutant's fine. We don't have any volatiles. That's a little concerning, but the stress is dropping, so I think we're good. That is rather cold, though. Alright, so now I just need to check our power levels. And I might have to make a crap ton more solar panels, but that's okay. One thing I could always do, granted this would be kind of hard to do, but hook up like the solid fuel generator over here. I could make like a, because I have coal over at our outpost. I could have a massive like coal power plant almost, and then have essentially like power lines and stuff that come and hook to this base here. That'd be kind of fun. In the meantime, though, I'm gonna need a lot more solar panels because we're gonna eat through that power pretty quick. So let's see. I need Well, 20 more solar panels right here. But I'm gonna take 3 of these guys away and put them over here. So let's do 17 more solar panels. And then the batteries that we have inside of our base, I'm gonna put on top of here, plus where those other where that other battery is over there. Yeah, so there's a few different things I want to try to do here. But at least the pressure is better. Okay, so I need solar panels. Okay, now if I need 17 of them. I only need 255 steel, no big deal. Alright, so that's a lot of steel. Okay. Are you logging much efficiently? Place solar panels so close together. So during sunrise and sunset, no. But during most of the day, yeah, the solar panels are actually really efficient. But like right now, they're less efficient because they're kind of blocking each other. But for most of the day, they actually do really, really well. I do want to end up moving these batteries here, but I don't really want to take them down while they're fully charged. So once the batteries slowly drop in charge, I'll start taking them down. Alright, well, we have one solar panel, so I need a lot more. In the meantime, I guess what I could do is I could keep working on the outside of our base here. So let's see, yeah, let's head outside so I can try to calculate how many walls I'm going to need. Alright, so I need 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 32, 4, 36. I need 38 walls. Okay. Yeah, so I need 38 walls, a bunch of plastic, and a bunch of glass. Well, I have a bunch of steel on me, so I can just do this. Oh, I'm gonna have even more batteries. Oh, crap. Alright, so that's gonna be quite a few walls. What is your favorite planet moon to play on? So, my all-time favorite, I mean, that's a difficult choice because it kind of depends. Like, I like them all. Mars is probably one of my favorite ones just because it's a little bit easier. The moon's fun because its lack of atmosphere makes it a fun challenge. I do like Europa. Vulcan's a fun one. Venus is slightly difficult, but I don't know. I can kind of appreciate them all. Them all. Yeah, I'm not really. So I'm gonna make like a walkway around our base. So that's why I'm not really doing those ones. I guess I could, but typically I'm just doing like this wall and then this upper part. I could do the lower part, but I tend to use like flooring or something for those ones. Well, there's 5 solar panels, only, a lot more to go. Oh no, now we're just waiting for stuff. Um, in the meantime, I guess what I could do Yeah, because all of our... Oh, there goes this. Wait a minute, why did this lose power? This shouldn't have lost power. Oh, it's because these batteries aren't hooked up. These batteries are just running this room right here. They're not actually contributing at all to this room. That's fine. Okay, yeah, so I need more CO2. Which I do have an idea on how I can actually get CO2. Because what I'll probably have to do at some point is use the trader. But I do have a bunch of CO2 in here. But I could also get a solid fuel generator and just burn coal. Because I have an unlimited supply of coal at our other outpost, so I don't really have to worry about coal, but I could go mine coal and then just get CO2 that way as well. Alright, perfect. So let's head outside really quick. Yeah, so I have a couple of different ideas on how I could actually do it. Yeah, that's one nice thing I like about Mars is there's just CO2 in the atmosphere, so you don't really need to worry about certain gases. There we go. Does the gas coal make gases when burned? I don't know. Actually, that's a great question. I guess I could test it out. I'll have to make a solid fuel generator. Which, I mean, I have enough resources I can easily make one and not feel too bad about it. Sweet. Okay, so now I need... I believe it's 2 plastic. Yeah, 2 plastic sheets and one... So 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 4, 5, 6, 7... So 29, 31, 33, 35, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 45, 47, 49, 51, 53, 55, 57. We'll just call it an even 60. Alright, so we'd only need 30 silicon for all the plastic sheets I need here. Yeah, because that'll make 60 plastic sheets for us, and then I'll need, let's see, how many windows? 15, 16, I need 17. So that'll be 34. Alright, so this is going to be for our glass. 50 named. Yeah, I'm just going to make an even 60. Granted, I probably have plastic I do. Gosh dang it. Whatever. Oh, I'm out of copper. Well, let's throw some more copper in here. Well, we're about halfway there. Granted, I already have 9 plastic sheets on me. There we go. Ooh. Let's see, and then I need an angle grinder. then a wrench. Let's do... Alright, 2 more. Beautiful. Put you in there, and let's do glass sheets. Alright, let's head outside. I love the autolay fan trying to turn but can't. How long? Yeah, no, I'm not sure why it's doing that. And it's only the autolay too. Like the other ones are turning just fine. So, like if I deconstruct and rebuild it, will that fix it or? Gotta clean the dust. Yep. The dust tends to get bad. That's what I need the air control for. It'll help filter out all those dust particles so those fans will start working more.
Hunger caution.
That would be kind of an interesting mechanic though, like your stuff can like break down and wear down over time. I don't know if I would actually really enjoy that though. Granted, it would make for an interesting challenge though, because like say some of your stuff starts to break down, you have to try to figure out the problem, because that actually might be kind of fun now that I think about it. I feel like that would have to be like a different game mode altogether though. Alright, so now we need glass sheets on the outside, and then I'm gonna do like a balcony or something that goes around each room. Are you ready for the new solar storms coming? I'm excited for them. I haven't played the beta version, at least not since the terrain update launched. So I'm excited to see the solar storms, but like part of me wants to play the beta version so I can kind of get a feel for it, but other parts of me like I just kind of want to be surprised. So I'm conflicted. All right, so I need 17 plus. Actually, I also need more glass for the solar panels too, so we're just gonna do all the glass sheets. Yeah, we're just gonna do that. Okay, so plastic sheets are done. Steel sheet. I didn't hook the battery up. Gosh dang it. That's fine. Well, in the meantime, I have a bunch of solar panels and stuff on me, so once these glass sheets are made, we're going to go and finish around the atmospherics room. The sun is out. Yeah, that's going to take a minute. I'm not too worried about the atmospherics room right now. I do need a lot more power though. Let's see. Oh, that's not good. Okay, yeah, I need to do a couple of things here. So we're going to do this one. So let's do that. And then this battery, we're going to do this. Yeah, because right now my solar panels are not doing anything because essentially our daylight, our solar logic is running off of this battery over here, which is not doing anything. Let's do this, let's do that, and I can actually merge you guys. Okay. So I need to, oh crap, I overshot myself. There we go. Gosh dang it. I need it right there. There we go. And battery on. Okay. Let's just do that, and then I just need to hook this up really quick. Okay, before I do this, okay, let's just drop that right there for now. It's gonna go up, grab you. There we go. There we are. Alright, that'll start charging these batteries here. Sweet. So now these batteries are just gonna keep running out, which a couple of them are running out already, and then I'll slowly just start hooking them up over here. So let's do one there, and then one will go right here. There we are. Nice. Alright, so in the meantime, let's hook up some of these. What we'll probably do first is actually do the wiring, and then we'll... Gosh dang it. Because I have, what, 3 stacks of 5 almost? Why don't you make bigger batteries and recycle these ones? So, I'm going to, but since I have all of these batteries right now, I'm just going to utilize these ones for right now. But I do plan on making the large batteries because they do hold a lot more. They are a little bit more expensive, but I have everything, so I'm not too worried about it. But yeah, I'm just going to utilize all the stationary batteries I have right now, and then I'll slowly recycle these guys once I kind of get our power under control more. I also kind of like the look of the stationary batteries more, but I am going to upgrade everything to the large batteries. There we are. Alright. So let's do solar panels. 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, I'm gonna have to turn all of these, aren't I? So 180. 180. And perfect. Alright, next round of solar panels. I mean, I could make this easier and actually automate this so they'll automatically turn, but I just have to do this one time and they're good for the rest of eternity, essentially. Unless I deconstruct and have to reconstruct them. 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. Larger batteries used to be less expensive earlier. They weren't needed. Yeah, but as far as super alloys go, I have a pretty good way to make super alloys. Unless it's this guy right here. Like this one. This is the only really, I'd say, difficult one. The rest of them are actually really easy. Sweet. Alright, we have batteries. Alright, so let's go inside. Yeah, so these batteries are just powering this section of our base right here. Hey. Sweet.
Hydration critical.
Okay. Hydration. So let's drink some water. My shower level, or my hygiene level is low as well. Yeah, we have plenty in there. So we are going to pop our suit off really quick. We'll just do that. Yeah, shower time. I do need more charcoal for this thing. There we go. Second best is coal. Wait, can you put coal in here? I thought you could only use charcoal. Yeah, I think you can only use charcoal. Yeah, so then one thing I am going to have to do, and yeah, what I'll probably end up doing is I'm going to get rid of this and I'll just have a slight pressure difference between this vent and this vent so then it's a constant airflow. I'm also going to have to put some pipe mergers as well. Let's see here. Because I'm thinking of, not the merger, a pipe mixer I'm thinking of. Dang it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put a couple of pipe mixers. So what I'll probably do is I'll put some nitrogen and CO2 and mix that with their oxygen line. So then basically I'll have enough pressure, I'll have enough oxygen, nitrogen, and CO2 for all of our plants and stuff, which I actually need to plant some more potatoes as we are running a little bit low, but oh yeah. I wish you could use coal in this thing though, in the purifier. Alright, I need to eat food.
Hunger caution.
Yeah, we're almost completely out of potatoes here. So what I am gonna have to do is I'm gonna here. Let's make a mixer here really quick. Gas mixer. So iron, gold, and copper, which I think that's all in here for right now. So let's take everything out of here for a minute. Before I forget, Alright, we'll do that. Alright, so I have one that's for CO2 and oxygen, and then I need one for nitrogen and oxygen. It's mainly CO2 though, because I need, right now I just need potatoes, so yeah, that's what I'll use to mix all of the, our gases up. But in the meantime, let's go hook up a couple more of these batteries out here. You can use phase change to clean the water. I did not know you could use phase change to clean the water. I guess that does make sense. Go. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna need you. I'm glad I made all the cables I did. Alright, nice. Yeah, I'm excited to see how the solar storms are. Probably shouldn't be excited for it, but I am. Okay. Let's merge everything together. I do have more solar panels that I can do. So, let's see here. So for the pipes... Oh, oops, I need this. I mean, realistically, it probably would have been better. Well, because I can extend this pipe this way, have a gas mixer right here. Granted, I could... Yeah, let's do this. Gosh dang it. Alright, we're gonna grab another wireless battery and put it in our, let's see here. Oh, it's right there. Alright, we're gonna put you there. Let's make another wireless battery. Gold, copper, and steel. I can just make a couple. Well, let's see here. I need one in here, one in here. I can make two of them. There we go. Sweet. So I should have enough charge now because everything will slowly start to charge up. There we go. Okay, so how do I want to do this? Because CO2, the gas mixers are not the most easy things to work with. I mean, realistically, maybe having this as the oxygen line would have made more sense. Because then I could have done one here, and one here. Actually, I can do this. Boil it off into steam, then recondense it back into water. That actually makes sense. Actually, that wouldn't be too hard to do either. I might actually utilize it that way instead of using the purifier. Because then I can actually free up this slot too. Let's see, how do I want to do this? I could do something like this where 90% of the oxygen comes into input 1. Actually, I could do something like this. I could put one here. Well, I'd have to put one yeah, put one here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out how I want to do this. What I might actually have to do is swap our oxygen and our CO2. Because if this one's oxygen, I could easily put one here and put one here. I'll just have to kind of redo this pipe a little bit, which is no big deal. But that would make it a lot easier. The downside is I already have a bunch of CO2 in here, but that would be a fairly easy thing to swap around. Or what if I do something like this? No, that's not going to work either. Actually, I could probably make that work. Yeah, I might have to swap these around a little bit because I want oxygen and oxygen, nitrogen, and CO2 in our air pipe. Or I could just mix it as I need it. There is another way I could do that instead of mixing it. So I guess in the meantime, what we're gonna do is, let's see here. I could do a ratio. So our CO2 pipe goes to right here. So I could put like, let's see, because I have a valve. Yeah, so this is our CO2. This is just more of a temporary solution so I can get some more potatoes. Oh, well that also doesn't help. Alright, you know what? I do want to make it so that at least looks normal. Oh, crap. Go. So we'll put you back here. We'll put you away. And then if I do this, Oh, crap. Yep. Okay, we're gonna do this instead. Gosh dang it. I realized that too late. Yeah, we'll just do something like this. That'll work. Yeah, the only downside to this volume pump right here is the fact that it's not gonna pump very fast. I mean, it's slowly doing its thing. I could put a volume pump in one of these. Hmm. Yeah, because nothing's. I mean, I don't really need these volume pumps right now either. So maybe I'll throw a turbo pump on there instead. So disconnect you, and I can actually turn all of this off for right now to conserve power. Yeah, so let's turn all of this off right now to conserve some power. And then we're gonna swap you out with. Yeah, we'll just do that. There we go. That's working a lot better. How are CO2 levels doing? They are increasing. Alright, so I mainly just wanted to plant some more potatoes more than anything else. There we go. Sweet. Yeah, you're dropping fairly quick, so that's good. On the plus side, this will be completely empty, so then I can actually swap these around. Because this one's empty, this one will be empty, yeah, so then I can just swap these filters around. And that'll solve my mixing problem. We do have about 5% CO2 in here, so that's good. Okay, yeah, so then once this is empty, we're going to turn this into our oxygen. This is going to be our CO2, and then I can actually properly mix these pipes here without actually getting a bunch of gases mixed in these tanks. So this is actually working out, I guess, in my favor. So perfect. And then, yeah, once this room's all done, I'm gonna slowly start expanding our base a little bit more. The next room I think I want to make is the hydroponics room. So then we can just start growing a lot more plants. I'm going to need a lot more CO2 for that. I am curious to see if, or coal from the deep miner, if you burn that in the solid fuel generator, if that will actually create gas. I guess I could actually test it over at our outpost. Maybe I'll do that in the next episode. Alright, yeah, this is almost completely empty. Yeah, so so for this episode we got our atmospherics room done for the most part. Everything is working on it, so it is filtering gases. I just have to swap a couple of things around to make it actually work kind of how I want it to. I need to automate our lights. I need to figure out the coding for that one because I could do a general like compare coding, but there's actually an easier one that I'm trying to remember offhand, so I'm gonna have to look into that one a little bit more. I do need to properly hook up our power here though. Yeah, so I'm gonna do this next episode as well. So yeah, and in the next episode, like I said, we're gonna finish our atmospherics room. We're gonna start slowly expanding, and then I would like to start working on our hydroponics room in the next episode. But I am gonna call the episode here. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed watching, and I will see you all later.